The $1 Million Homepage is quite literally a $1 million idea. An idea that was started by a student who wanted to fund his university studies and basically started an internet phenomenon where he netted himself a tidy $1 million. And we today are going to discuss how he pulled this off. Hello! Welcome to Brain Spill, the laziest show on the internet. My name is Tank, and this is one of those things that when I tell you about it, you're going to kick yourself and think, why didn't I have this idea? Because it's incredibly simple on the surface, but it's such a brilliant, simple idea that, well, I'm surprised nobody thought of it before. And because this guy was the first to think of it, he was pretty much the one who came up with the $1 million idea. Literally. This whole thing wasn't just luck, however, as there was a number of factors involved which made this craze so big and viral, and how he was able to pull off his $1 million idea. In 2005, Alex Tew decided to make a website in order to fund his university education. The concept was incredibly simple. He created a website which had a grid of 1000 by 1000 pixels on a single web page. This works out at 1 million pixels on a page, with each pixel having a hyperlink to whatever website you wanted it to. You can kinda see where I'm going with this. The concept was one where purchasers of these pixel blocks provided tiny images to be displayed on them, a URL to which the images were linked, and a slogan to be displayed when hovering a cursor over the link. The aim of the website was to sell all of the pixels on the page, each pixel being $1, and with 1 million pixels equaling $1 million. This was quite frankly a brilliant idea, and I don't think anybody had really done anything like this before. He basically set the website up, and just for a single dollar, you too could claim one of the pixels on this new viral internet craze. But it doesn't end there, because whilst you could spend a single dollar and a single pixel, the real important thing here is that if you're going to be claiming one of these pixels on this website, and you know the amount of traffic going to that site, ideally you want to try and make yourself stand out. You buy yourself some advertising space on this $1 million homepage, and if you buy more pixels and make yourself stand out, then technically you're going to have to buy more pixels to make yourself bigger. I think you can see where I'm going with this. Whilst each pixel was cheap by itself, if you really wanted to stand out, you needed to buy multiple pixels in order for your advertisement to stand out, resulting in more money for Alex. The website was released on the 26th of August 2005, which quickly gained traction with people and businesses getting on board and buying up this pixel space. The idea was so popular, in fact, many people made knockoff versions of the site to sell their own pixel space. But we all know that the original was by far the most popular. One great feature was the fact that the website had a counter in the banner at the top of the page, showing the amount of pixels sold. The website was a hit, to which it was pushed and helped by the press, with many people soon discovering the idea of the $1 million homepage. This whole idea was not without its issues, however, as it was incredibly receptive to DDoS, denial of service attacks, ransom demands, and compromised security on the site that left it down for some time, which prevented people from accessing the site. I can imagine the only kind of people doing this were the jealous types, the people who realised that this was a brilliant idea and why didn't I think of that before? I mean, too late, guys. Some people would even try and use ransoms to try and extort money from Alex to try and get a slice of the pie. On one occasion, Alex even reported that he had people blackmailing him into taking the site down and asking for $50,000 for them to put it back up. Alex, not being a fool, ignored the email and said that he had no intention of paying this money. You know what? He's got a head on his shoulders, and I can appreciate that. I mean, why would you throw $50,000 at someone that could, by the drop of a hat, take your site down again and ask for another $50,000? Doesn't really seem wise now, does it? So really, it's an understatement to say that this site was popular. So much so that in a matter of months, nearly all the pixels had sold. With one last push to raise the money, a decision was made to auction off the final 1,000 pixels on the grid. On the 1st of January 2006, the final 1,000 pixels were put up for auction on eBay. The auction closed on the 11th of January with a winning bid of $38,100. That brought the final tally to $1,037,100 in gross profit. Impressive stuff from a simply pixelated website. By the end of the experiment, the big name purchasers of pixels on the site include the band Tenacious D, Orange Mobile, The Times, Scheifer Publishing, Yahoo, cybersecurity firm Panda Software, and CheapFlights.com. Beyond these, various other websites also got on board, including many online casinos, dating sites, get-rich-quick schemes, personal loan companies, and more. This is all pretty impressive, and I think the thing that I love most about this story is the original reason he did this was to raise money so he could pay for his university degree. But even though he was going to go and study a business degree, he dropped out of the course when he made all of this money. And to be honest, if you can make all that money by doing this, you probably don't need to go to university to get a business degree. Just saying. This all finished up in January 2006 with all 1 million pixels sold, each individual pixel being sold and every pixel linking to various pages and websites across the internet. If you wanted a place on the viral site, then just for a single dollar, you too might have increased traffic to your website by people randomly clicking through these links on the $1 Million homepage. Yes, I know that this happened a long time ago and you're probably thinking, well, that website's probably gone by now. No, it's not. As a matter of fact, it's still alive and kicking, with all the pixels still there. Well, all the pixels are still there. As to whether all the links work is a different story. By the year 2017, many of the website's links had suffered from something called link rot, which has caused the URLs to no longer function as originally intended. This occurs when the targeted domain probably no longer exists or has changed in years gone by, meaning that the original link back in 2005 perhaps just isn't accessible anymore. A record of an internet era gone by. The website reported that they even still had thousands of daily viewers in the year 2019, which is both surprising but also at the same time not, due to the fact that this is simply a relic of the internet. You have to remember that this was a huge thing at the time, and with many people likely being around at the time, they're just rather conscious to go back and, maybe for nostalgic reasons, go and have a look at the $1 Million homepage. This sort of website is a novelty idea. Yes, it was cool and it happened, but once it's been done, it's been done. Anybody that tried to do anything exactly the same is pretty much not going to get the success that Alex Chew did. However, this could certainly prove as inspiration for somebody who might want to make something similar maybe. I mean, you've got to have some originality to your ideas, maybe just use this as inspiration when you come up with your next $1 Million homepage idea. And I know for a fact that when someone does, I too am going to kick myself again because it's probably incredibly straightforward. If you guys like that video, here's another one just like it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Fantastic.